You know, every now and then I have to talk to Facebook and YouTube like, on a one-to-one level, or as like I know them personally, and I don't. I respect them greatly, but I think that people that monitor YouTube have to pay more attention to what's put on and what's not put on, and take to the supervisor and the boss and the owner of the company for it to really get on. Saying something like, say if I say I was a criminal and I kidnapped somebody and I got him in the trunk, or I got him in a shallow grave, and I'm just talking about this on YouTube. Then that person gets up that monitor YouTube, and he gets up out of whatever position he's in, runs to another person that's higher in authority than him, and tells him what he just seen on YouTube, and that person says, "Hey, look, this immediately has to be put on to save this person's life." Not just leave it in his hands, something so personal and dire, to be accepted or not be accepted. Now, there's things like the community welcomed you with open arms, and it was a struggle for you to be in the position you are today. Nobody gave you anything. You struggled tooth and nail to get where you are. These people that own YouTube and Facebook, I understand it fully. But you have to get employees that monitor your station to pay more attention to what's going on, to pay more attention to things that can be proven or not proven, even to tell them, well, you know what, we're not going to put any of this guy's stuff on again because we found out that it not to be true. When you find something that can't be disputed, and it's a criminal organization, it is not a part of YouTube. It is not a part of different little scenes you see with little funny dogs jumping over things and birds landing on kids' head. It ain't about that. It is some serious shit. And the only way a lot of times that people have to express something is over this format. But the sad thing of it is you have people monitoring this that can't grasp something so important. Just like I was saying at the Phoenix VA, Building 24 is the Building 24 at Phoenix VA is for malpractice suits against the doctor. Building 24 is the lawyers for the doctors of Phoenix VA. When you try to sue them, those lawyers defend the doctors, okay? These same lawyers told me to keep my mouth closed, and I would be compensated for pain and suffering. On the top of that, now this is a major scandal right here, what I'm finna say. And it is really a shame that the person that's monitoring this hasn't contacted the people that could do something about this. This is such a big story, and such a person, whoever seen this video the other day and it still hasn't uploaded or whatever, it is really sad. This person, the lawyers and why should I say this statement if it wasn't true? These lawyers told me keep my mouth closed and we'll give you pain and suffering. On top of that, we're going to give you service-connected income. This is stealing from the government. This is them not having to, the doctors having to be sued and give financial compensation from them or their insurance. They're saying, we're going to compensate you, but we're going to make somebody else pay for it. Never should you get service-connected income, once you're out of the service, for one, and you don't deserve it. I mean, people do through right channels. For pain and suffering, they pay you in the form of service-connected income. I don't know how I could say that any clearly. Pain and suffering, they're going to give to you, but it comes in the form of service-connected income for anybody. And it's been going on for years, and people here, whether they had some failed operation or whatever, or they're just a person of this Phoenix community, which can get service-connected income. If you look at the statistic of how many people have 100% service-connected income, and it's very rare for a lot of people to get it. Soldiers know how hard it is to get it. This is really a shame when a person monitors this YouTube and doesn't have the knowledge or the sense to know this is something major that I'm talking about. And it's always one person, one cigarette that starts a major forest fire, and this person, it just went over his head. Went over his head. I would rather for you to have that video than any other video you put of me on this channel. Because I only stumbled across the truth yesterday or the day before yesterday. All the videos you put that you thought maybe was funny or true don't mean shit. That video should have been put on, and it would have been major repercussions against those people, and you would have been so much greater as you two by putting them on. But it went right over your head, and it's going over your head now. You're stealing from the government. Phoenix is at all VAs are at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 rating, means how good they are about doing the job that they're supposed to do, and having successful operations and everything. This VA is at 1. There's been directors that haven't even pulled off their coat. They're supposed to do the job there, hadn't even pulled out their coat, said, fuck this, I ain't getting in this shit, and didn't even do the job at the VA. There's directors that have been bribed with cars, Beyonce tickets, brand new car, Beyonce tickets, and something else to keep their mouth closed. And it went right over your head. Right over your head. It makes me think you're a part of it. And I know you're not. They need to get some professionals to monitor YouTube and find out what's important and what's not. We ain't talking about funny shit and other shit. We're talking about shit, major shit. Major shit. Stealing, taking taxpayer money out of your pocket. And you let it go right over your head. Taking money out of your pocket, man. It is really a shame. So out of all of the videos you put on, I'm not impressed at all, because the one that you should have put on is showing them stealing money from the government, blackmailing people, and telling them if they ever say something about it, they're going to take their service connected back. Have you ever heard of that? Any soldier ever heard to sue a doctor, they're going to take your service connected back? Not in the world will you hear anywhere else other than Phoenix somebody say, yeah, I heard it. Because one has nothing to do with the other. And then now you have people on this YouTube Kids, y'all sitting up there chewing bubble gum and whatever you doing, you are making a mistake. How could I explain this story? What was the biggest story, man, in centuries that started out as a spark? Man, I'm trying to think of something to compare to this that it's just going over your head. Now, I'm getting incoming calls, probably somebody telling me to shut the fuck up, but I ain't gonna even answer. I can't think of something to